Hi, it's Tui again, and we're going to talk about the flow. When you look around in the world around you, you will notice that everything around you is in motion. As you watch this video, you might be sitting in a chair, but the entire world, the earth, is spinning and rotating and it is revolving around the sun. And as you get broader and broader into the solar system, even the solar system is moving within our galaxy, the Milky Way. And even our Milky Way is moving through space. Everything is in motion. So we are not in the same fixed space. Our galaxy is moving, Earth is moving, the solar system is moving within the galaxy. So there are so many spins that we are talking about. Everything is in constant movement, in constant flux. And this is the flow. Even at the microscopic level, we talked about the macroscopic, at the cosmic level of planets and galaxies, everything is moving. Even at the microscopic level, everything is in motion. You look at the atoms, you look at molecules, you look at cells, you look at the subatomic level, you look at protons, electrons, everything is in motion. Everything has energy. There are forces at work continuously that are in motion. And the only stillness that you feel is the stillness that you feel within yourself. That is the true stillness. There is no stillness around. It is constant motion, like that old phrase, time and tide wait for no man. And that is fact. When you look around, it is just constant flux. There is constant movement, even though you may wake up thinking, okay, today is no different than yesterday. If you feel that way, then you are failing to notice the differences around you. Look around. Become aware of the changes on a day-to-day level. What is changing around you? What is the flux? When we are in nature, for instance, that is the time that we really feel at ease. Why is it that people choose to go on holidays to beaches, to mountains, scuba diving? Why is it that we choose to go back to nature? And that is our holiday. Why is that? Simply because that is what recharges us. That is what tunes us back. We have a heightened sense of awareness when we are on holidays and vacations. We have these grand epiphanies, these grand realizations, and this renewed sense of self. Why is it? Because we are connecting back to the flow. Everything in nature is in flow. If you look around and you look at birds flying in the sky, you look at a huge flock, you'll notice that they know where they are going. There is a sense of purpose. There's movement. None of them seem to bump into each other. You look at fish and you see them swimming. Again, you don't see fish bumping into each other. There is a shared intelligence at work. They know how to move. They move as a single unit. They become one. And they are in the flow. You look at the ocean, you look at the waves, the ebb and flow, you look at the tides, you look at the phases of the moon. There is constant motion and there is a synchronicity to all things that are alive, to this entire cosmos. And we can tune into that. One way to tell when you're not in flow is when everything irritates you, when everything bothers you, when you get all the red lights. You wake up and you stub your toe. Great sign. You know you are not in the flow. So how do you bring yourself when you are out of resonance with the entire cosmos? We are part of the cosmos, right? So when we are saying everything is in flow, how do you synchronize? How do you tune yourself into that flow? Because it is a vibration, it is a resonance, it is a frequency. How do you get into that? There are a couple of ways. One is by simply accepting where you are right now, in this current moment, physically where you are in your body. First thing, you start with your body. Accept that you are in this body. Accept you are here and now. Accept your surroundings. Accept your problems. Accept all the good stuff. You accept everything about where you are in your life. And once you do that, you will notice that that simple acceptance and a gratitude will bring you back into the flow. So these are some emotional tools. By being grateful for what you have, by being grateful for who you are, by being grateful for the difficult things as well as the good things. The difficult things have taught you some very, very important and difficult lessons which have shaped you, and they made you who you are today. So don't live in regret of the mistakes you've made. Don't live in regret of what could have been. Live in the acceptance of where you are now. Live in the gratitude of who you have become. Live in the gratitude of all the mistakes you have made, for they have taught you something better about yourself, taught you something better about the world. You know, through difficulties, like when you get really sick, the world shows you kindness. So you can be grateful for that sickness too, simply because there has been so much love and kindness that has been showered upon you. So in that respect, when you look at any difficult situation that you've been through and how it has brought you something positive or it's taught you something about yourself, that is an emotional and intellectual way to approach it. Another technique that can bring you back into the flow is to really find that thing that makes you, that drives you, that passionate flow, like when you're painting or you're listening to music, you're dancing, and you lose track of time, you lose track of who you are, where you are. That time is lost, time stands still. That is being in the flow. That is the flow. You are part of the flow when you are in that. So even small doses of that on a daily basis can bring and shift your vibration of your entire being back into the flow with the cosmos. So try and incorporate the things that you love to do, whether it is even reading a book that really you completely immerse yourself. You lose time, you lose space, and you lose sense of self. That is being in the flow. That's what happens to us in nature. That's what happens to us when we are playing with children. That happens to us when we are doing things we love and enjoy, creative things. So if you don't have a creative talent or a hobby that you pursue, then you can simply just sit down and tune in with your breath. Your breath will always bring you back to the flow. If you're breathing too fast, then your breath is not synchronized with that of the cosmos. Slow yourself down. Bring yourself back into the present moment, and automatically you will start to see that your energy will shift and tune in like a tuning fork into the flow of the cosmos. There is a flow all around us. It's only a matter of us going with the flow or us choosing to go against the flow. So it's very, 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 very simple. These are some simple practices, some simple things you can do and apply, techniques that you can even start to change the way you see the world, the way you see yourself, the way you see things, and you will realize that instead of trying to fight even the pandemic, for instance, you just accept that this is how it is right now, instead of fighting all the things happening to us. And I know that it's difficult. Some of us have been hit harder than others. Some of us will get hit in the future. So it's very important for us that no matter what it is that we are faced with, in fact, the more difficult the situation we are faced with, the more important it is for us to really surrender. When you don't have control over what is happening to you, over such a large global crisis, it's important to surrender your sense of control. And when you surrender that sense of control, you surrender to the flow. If you are in a river and you're trying to paddle away against the current, you're not going to get anywhere. So if you are going downstream, put your paddles away and enjoy the ride. Go with the flow, and I hope that this helps you find your flow, go within, tune in to things around you, watch the birds, watch the trees, watch nature, and hope more and more things open up for you and you find more and more synchronicities opening up in your universe. If you like my content, then please like and share and subscribe to me on YouTube as tuisigman, and you can find me on Instagram as tui_sigman and on Facebook as the light within 1111.